Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the United Spot YouTube Live. Missed you guys yesterday. Great to be back. Great to see you all here in the comments section. Joe, thanks. Skippy, great to see you too as well. Who else? We got Ellen, the crazy crafty lady, Eric Bernard. I think I saw Tammy in there. Tyler Campbell is here. James Snyder, great to see you here. Eric Bernard. Tammy is here, absolutely. George, I need some of that United Spot. Wow, thank you. Brian 70 Kuda, thank you so much. Late to the show tonight. I hope everyone had a great weekend. You as well. Thank you so much. John Castaneda, great to see you here, buddy. Praying that Yukon man is feeling a little bit better. Hopefully everything's okay. I'm a little hurt, but I do hope everybody's been praying for Yukon man as well. Love that guy. A little hurt right now. I just read some of the comments here, and I honestly don't even know what to think. Never seen this person before, and maybe I have. I don't know. I'm just a little confused that someone would actually even post this in the United Spot comments section. From Susie Ware, United Spot. Don't you dare make fun. No, don't you dare make a mockery or spoof of this family's loss. You will never recover from it if you do. I don't even know what to say. I honestly, I'm speechless at that particular comment. And there's another one from Holiday Magic. Took the words right out of my mouth. No funny business. The rights on the Christian soldier warpath about it. I think that people don't really either listen to my lives or they don't understand what it is I do. If someone thinks that I would make a mockery of Charlie Kirk or his family, wow, that's sad. Not sure how to, not even sure how to even comment that. Aussie Greg, great to see you here too. Tammy, always great. Lori Ann Martin, just popping in. Hopefully you stay for a little bit. Um, all right, so today's service was absolutely incredible. If you were able to go to this particular service, this celebration of Charlie Kirk, it was absolutely incredible, amazing. The love that was there, the support that was there for the family. Just there was a vibe there that you could not contain. There was a vibe there that you could not control. There was a vibe there that it, it was more than love. It was just, it was an incredible feeling. And then President Trump comforting her, um, it was incredible. The moment that she said that she forgave the shooter, I think anybody with a heart, anybody with any sort of decency or feelings, completely lost it. Completely lost it. When you're dealing with politics, when you're dealing with corruption and criminal activity and whatnot, it is so hard to realize that there are people out there that have been celebrating Charlie Kirk, but in a different way. They have been celebrating with happiness. They have been celebrating with laughter. They have been celebrating with absolute disgust. And these are the same people that want you to follow their lead. AOC, Nancy Pelosi, the rest of them. And these are just politicians. I'm not even going to get into the people that have been out there celebrating and singing songs and selling merchandise in celebration of Charlie Kirk being taken from this world. It's disgusting. It's appalling. It's absolutely, I don't even know what to say. George, great to see you here. LRD Bonaventura, thank you for being here. And shout out to all our men and women in blue out there risking their lives. Which brings me to another scenario of the left. They want to defund the police. They want crime to be a right. Why take away a criminal's right to commit a felony? That's the thought process of the left. Horrible. Jim Dunn, great to see you here. Jay Diggles, great to see you here. Jay Diggles. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Jay Diggles. Why do people believe this? Why do people believe? I need a little bit more context on that one before I say anything. So I'm not really sure exactly what the context is on that, but Amy Alewine, if you would care to add to that, because I have no idea what that is. Monkey Grab Lunch. I'm terribly disappointed in President Trump today. Charlie's memorial service wasn't a campaign rally. You know what? There were a few comments about that because of some of the comments that he made. But I think people need to understand that if they look back on Charlie Kirk's life, if they look back on his different interviews, his different podcasts, his different, prove me wrongs on college campuses, I think that celebrating Charlie Kirk would also be celebrating the future of what Charlie Kirk wanted and what he believed in. So I don't necessarily think President Trump was trying to make his celebration political. I think he was honoring Charlie Kirk by saying that he was going to celebrate moving forward in the dream and the goals of Charlie Kirk. So some may have taken that as a political, some may have, you have to understand that President Trump is not running in 2028. So he's not, he's not running for president again. So I believe that his angle on that was to create a celebration of moving forward with Charlie Kirk's legacy, not in the past, but moving forward and everybody becoming Charlie Kirk. I think Charlie Kirk alone, if he was there today and people could hear him, would say, keep going, guys. Don't waste your time crying. Obviously, miss me. Think about me. Don't forget about me. But keep my legacy. Keep my goals. Keep all my hard work. Keep it going. He would be the first. He would be the first. Charlie would be the first to tell you that. He would also be the first, like I said in another live, is he would also be the first in forgiving. No matter how bad it was, he would forgive. Jeffrey Smith. Where was the 7-second delay? Watching Bravia Ice Pellet near Chicago, these people are being sent home and they're not forced to do so. Susan V. Swider, God bless this to you as well. Thank you. George, you are 100% correct. Tammy, Pictish Prince. President Trump was not campaigning, was remembering Charlie campaigning for President Trump. See, a lot of people, Charlie Kirk once was asked, or probably several times, there's just so much footage of Charlie Kirk. He was once asked, are you going to run for president? And his response was absolutely not. His goal was to do everything he possibly could to keep President Trump president for as long as possible and then move forward to J.D. Vance. And that's amazing, that support. Charlie Kirk was a brilliant man. He was a motivated man. He was a God-loving man. He was a people-loving man. He had a huge heart. He was family-oriented. He was a great husband. He admitted he made mistakes in the past. believe me, he admitted all of his problems that he had, and he tried to make a difference, not just within himself, his family, and his children. He tried to make a difference in the young minds, the minds that will be our future. What better way to help our future by helping the young see what the problem actually is? The kids that are being manipulated by the school system, the colleges, into thinking that, the wrong way is the right way. That's where Charlie Kirk stepped in. And some might see it as a business opportunity, or he was an influencer, or, he was a clickbait guy or a grifter. No, he saw an opportunity, and he came up with a plan to create something that nobody was doing. Going out there and, in fact, risking his safety daily to try and better the mindset of the college campuses. Because if you walk, depending on what college it is, you walk on any college campus and they don't know too much about anything. Partying, yes. Where to buy beer, yes. They're not the smartest bunch. Just because you go to college, that doesn't mean much. They can absorb a few things for a couple days to pass a test, but in the long run, there's a difference between being smart and memorizing. Charlie Kirk absorbed everything. He absorbed information. He was able to explain it in such a wonderful way. And anything you threw at him, he was ready. You can't just walk into a campus and say, prove me wrong, and then get shut down in the first 13 seconds. Charlie Kirk, in a metaphorically speaking, was no different than a veterinarian. He had to know how to work on a horse, a cat, a deer, a hamster. That was his education. That's what he spent his life doing, learning the ins and outs of everything that is right and wrong. And he was able to explain it, and it was real. Now, people like Ilhan Omar and AOC and Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi and Maxine Waters and Jasmine Crockett, Eric Swalwell, Adam Schiff, all of them, they have created a way to take what he had said out of context, starting with civil rights and allowing Black people to vote. They've completely twisted the narrative on that. They've completely taken what he said out of context. And what is being done about it? I sure hope Turning Point sues everybody. Because what they're trying to pump into social media about Charlie Kirk's legacy is that he was a racist, he was a horrible person, and it's not true. Farthest thing from the truth. You may not have agreed with everything that Charlie Kirk said, but he was a very good person with wonderful intentions. But hey, the Democrats are going to do what the Democrats are going to do. And the people that believe them, well, that just kind of shows the power of your mind and how strong it actually is. There is a lot of weak-minded people walking around today, and it's not funny. I'm a comedy channel. I make funny videos. I take current events, I turn them into humorous videos to expose the truth. That's what I do. 99% of the people that have followed me or support the United Spot, they get what I do. They understand what I do. They understand what I'm standing for, why I continue to do this. It's obviously not the money. I'm doing this because I believe in what I do, and I believe that there's a version of the truth for everything, and there's a way to explain the truth in so many different ways. I chose comedy. I chose humor. I chose parody. I chose satire over being more serious, like Steven Crowder or Tucker Carlson or James O'Keefe. I chose to be in this, the comedy side. It's a lot easier to absorb, and it leaves you just enough room to say, wait a minute, I got to see this. I got to check. I got to Google this. There's no way this is real. That's my mission here at the United Spot. And I've done it for quite a long time. This, on the other hand, not too many stories like this happen, or better yet, are exposed to the national public. Things like this go on all the time. Don't get me wrong. Not necessarily in that setting where a large group of people is watching someone and they are taken away from us in a large group of setting. Something like that doesn't usually happen. It usually happens in a very small alley or a house, or, it doesn't happen in a large setting like that. Something typical, for something like this, like the 91 concert in Vegas. Very similar, but it was a larger scale. Things like that don't happen all the time, especially to somebody as well known as Charlie Kirk. And the Democrats and the liberals and the left, they are literally counting the days. And they've already started. Like how long until we can start bashing Charlie? We're going to pretend like we cared for a day or two to save face. Nancy Pelosi gets on live TV. Hey, we got to stop the rhetoric. This isn't our fault. We didn't do this. Disregard everything that we have ever said about Republicans and MAGA supporters. No, this is not our fault at all. The harmful rhetoric we've been saying for years, we did not condone violence in politics. No, it has no place at all. This is not just something I said. This is something that was said from Nancy Pelosi. Every single Democrat politician is not accepting responsibility for what happened to Charlie. And not just what happened to Charlie, what happened to his children, what happened to his wife, what happened to his family and friends. The list goes on and on. They are not accepting responsibility. Maxine Waters calling for what she called for. Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, Jasmine Crockett, AOC, all of them. They are all responsible in some way, shape, or form for not necessarily what happened to Charlie, but they have been spreading lies and harmful things on social media for as long as I can remember. And as soon as something bad happens, well, it wasn't our fault. We didn't do nothing. Blame the other guy. We had no control of what they did. We were just talking. It's not our fault. Celebration for Charlie Kirk today was extremely sad. And as time goes on, just like with any tragedy, people will move on with their lives. And this will be less and less of an impact. But it will never go away fully. What happened, and if you were unlucky enough to actually see the footage, things like that do not go away. The feeling of loss for someone else that you share does not go away.
It's just rhetoric, you guys. Don't be a jerk. It's for the greater good. It's just a protest, you guys. Don't be a jerk. It's for the greater good. For years, Democrats excused violence in politics. They told crowds to get in their faces, fight back, to take to the streets. Cities burned, businesses collapsed, families were terrorized, and it was all brushed off as justice. And you bought it without a fight. But when Charlie Kirk spoke the truth, they mocked him. When he stood for faith, family, and freedom, they called him dangerous. And when his life ended in violence, suddenly, the same Democrats who cheered chaos for years now ask for calm. Now they preach about peace. Now they beg for unity. And they place the blame on everyone but themselves. After George Floyd, Democrats fell to their knees in the Capitol. Literally! They put on African scarves. They wept for cameras, but when an innocent Ukrainian woman lost her life on a Charlotte train, silence! No kneeling, no speeches, no marches. She didn't fit the narrative, so she was ignored. Come on, it's just equity. It's just justice. How about Kamala Harris raising bail money for rioters? How about Maxine Waters telling mobs to confront people in public? How about Chuck Schumer threatening Supreme Court justices on the steps of the court? For years, Democrats normalized violence. They justified it. They promoted it. They cashed in on it. And now that Charlie Kirk is gone, they cry crocodile tears and pretend they were always against it. And the most dangerous part, millions of Americans don't see it. They're not afraid of the politicians who fed the mob. They're afraid of their neighbors who dare to think differently. They hate those who won't comply. It's terrifying. So many gave up critical thinking. They let the media decide which lives matter. They let politicians tell them who to mourn and who to forget. They just surrendered without asking why. Without a fight. Do you know what's coming next? It's just political violence. Come on! It's for the greater good. Wait until defending yourself is called extremism. Wait until disagreement itself is treated as violence. Don't think it's possible? They already convinced you that burning cities was mostly peaceful. They already convinced you that one man's death demanded global outrage, while an innocent woman's death wasn't worth mentioning. And you followed blindly because you were told to. You're kidding yourself if you think this behavior won't be repeated. With the next riot, the next victim, the next speech they don't like. I don't follow politics. I don't care about that stuff. I don't like to think about it. That's exactly how freedom dies. Not with truth, but with hypocrisy. Not because violence was too strong, but because people refused to see who encouraged it. Oh, they got you. Without a thought, without a fight. Just like France, just like Russia, just like China. Welcome, comrade.
A lot of truth in this particular video right here. Way too much truth. Ben, how you doing here? B51. Teacher Lynn, great to see you here. Frog762 Ribbit, how are you? Brian 70 Cuda, great to see you here. Tammy and Monkey, Jeffrey Smith, Susan V. Swider, Caucasian Debris, Alice Coomer. Gonna read some of these comments here. Some of them I don't know. I just Tad Case, great to see you here. I do not want to picture Maxine Waters like that. No, thank you. Absolutely not. I really do hope everybody had a great weekend. Today was pretty crazy because it kind of brought everything back to where we were about a week or more ago. When she had said that she had forgiven the young kid, It takes a lot of courage to do something like that, especially this was nationally, this was watched all over the world. Um, and the crowd that was there today supporting and celebrating the life of Charlie Kirk was incredible. You can't measure the amount of love that was in that room today. And for the Democrats to pin him as a hateful, horrible person, I don't understand how AOC has a job. I don't understand how she has any influence whatsoever after what she has said. AOC is a horrible person. Horrible. What these Democrats are doing now, after celebrating George Floyd as a hero, wow, just unforgivable. And now, Sonia Swan, hello from South Carolina. Great to see you here. Kevin Ford, Charlie, you will be missed but not forgotten. It wasn't the. It's amazing love for you. Yep, absolutely. Teacher Lynn, God only knows. God has his plans. The information is unavailable to the mortal man. We drive our cars, collect our pay, believe we are driving down the highway, but we are slip. Yep. That was nice, Teacher Lynn. So with that being said, I do want to. I've been celebrating Charlie Kirk for many days, and his memory and his legacy will never be forgotten as long as the United Spot is around, and then some. But we do have to heal, and we do have to move on as far. But I mean, we can never forget what happened, because when we forget, it's much like what Charlie used to say, as far as when we stop talking, that's when, things start happening, and not in a good way. We need to remember what happened. And we need to remember to carry on what common sense. And that's a lot of what Charlie Kirk brought to the table, was extreme amounts of common sense. And not a lot of people were ready for that. If you're a kid and your parents and your teachers are telling you one thing, that's all you know. That's all you know. But once you're able to think for yourself, once you're able to say, wait a minute, I need to look into this. I can't just accept the fact that everything I was told was the truth. I mean, these are coming from people, and forgive me, I know a lot of people get upset when I bring this up, but you come from a world where your parents and your grandparents and your friends and family convinced you that the Easter Bunny was real, that Santa Claus was real. And then one day, oh, I was just kidding. I was just kidding. He's not real, sweetie. I'm sorry. I have no explanation. The Tooth Fairy. Yeah, that was me. I'm sorry. Yeah. But believe everything else that I've told you, okay? Just forgive me for what the Easter Bunny, the leprechaun, I'm sorry. Yukon man, that is awesome. I honestly would have rather you donated that to the. Knowing you probably did. So I thank you so much for that, Yukon man. I truly appreciate that. That means a lot. Thank you so much, and I hope everything is going okay. You've had me a little worried about you, and I've been praying for you for the last few days since that post. So I'm hoping you're doing okay. And thank you for that, Yukon man. And thank you for being here. But with that being said, you have to ask yourself, if you train a child to think a certain way, that child will grow up to think like that for the rest of their lives, even long after their parents are gone, unless they take a moment to step outside of their own thought process and say, wait a second, should I investigate this? Because look at how easy it is to manipulate the mind of a child. Santa Claus is real. He sits on his lap in the mall, takes a picture. He believes that the half-bitten cookie or the bites and the carrots, it's the reindeer and it's Santa and the milk, it's gone. Or the Easter bunny, the jelly bean trail. It's all real. It's make believe. You can manipulate a child into believing anything. The tooth for everything. It's very easy to do. And if you never tell them the truth, how will they ever be able to let go of that? Now, obviously, they're going to find things out about Santa Claus as they get older. Most children find out from other children. Wait a minute, you're telling me? Whoa, wait a second, whoa. You're telling me that Santa Claus isn't real? What? I'm going to tell my mom on you. They go home, they're upset, they're crying. Billy at school told me that Santa Claus wasn't real. Oh, honey, he's just lying to you. Santa Claus is, and they keep it going because in some way, shape, or form, and I'm not saying this in a negative way, there's a control factor there. But I want to explain something to you. The reason why that moment of control is so important and how it reflects politics. Now, as a parent, children don't come with instructions. Civilization doesn't necessarily come with instructions, but you can control both if you come up with a plan. And what better plan to control your children than Santa Claus is watching you? He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been good or bad. How incredible is that for an impressionable child to tell them that? Well, if Santa's watching me, I better do good. I better not say bad words. I better do my chores. I better do good in school. Wow. Seems like what they're doing in politics as well. They use fear. They use manipulation. They use drama. They use distraction. Smoke and mirrors, every single thing you could possibly think of. And that's not all. If you think that Hollywood, if you think that rap music and rock music and country music, commercials, if you think all of that was just invented for our entertainment, you haven't been paying attention. That was all created. So when FaceTime came out, we were like, wait a second. I used to watch the Jetsons when I was a kid. And we would only dream about seeing something like that, to where I'd be able to talk to my husband on a cell phone. Wow. They were already ready for it. They're foreshadowing. They use television and songs and movies to tell us our future, because the amount of things that they haven't told us, they couldn't tell us. We're not ready for it. We're not ready. I mean, let's be real. I've said this many, many times. If you truly believe that all of these songs that you hear, that you so closely, keep to your heart, or you sing along with, if you think they're actually real life experiences, you've obviously not been paying attention. They're just clever words that are used in a way that they rhyme together and go along with the beat. I'll give you a perfect example. Anybody who's anybody, unless you have absolutely been living in outer space, knows who NWA is. Ice Cube, Eazy-E. None of those people in that group experienced anything that they rapped about. None of them. None of them did bank robberies. None of them did homicides. None of them dealt with what they said in their raps that they dealt with. But the majority of the people that listened to them fell into that. Oh man, these guys are gangsters. These guys are the real deal. I want to be a gangster. Man, I wish I was like NWA. I'm going to tell you why they never did what they did, and I have proof. Because if they did what they did, they'd be in a prison cell for the rest of their lives. Ice-T is another example. What does Ice-T do now? Well, he's an actor. What does that tell you? What does Ice Cube do? Well, he's an actor. Just because it seems real doesn't mean it is. I really hope everybody's having a great night. And once again, Yukon man, thank you so much for that. That was just absolutely appreciated. I want to lighten the mood here. I've been talking a little too much here for 36 minutes straight with one video. And hang on here real quick. I missed something like I normally do. Hold on here. Oh, almost got it. Oh, there we go. Kevin Ford, thank you so much for the tip jar. Thank you so much for that, Kevin Ford. I appreciate it. And thank you for everybody who's here. I really appreciate everybody with all sincerity. And honestly, I'm not here to, as much as anybody would think, I'm not necessarily anything close to a political channel as a way that, would seem like, well, YouTube considers me a political channel. They've actually asked me for certification for campaign. I don't even understand what that means. I don't understand how they could come up with something like that, knowing that this is just a parody channel. Yes, I do discuss real life things, and I put them in my videos, but it's all under comedy. But I definitely, my sole purpose in life is not to change anybody's mind or their opinions. I think it's amazing that people have their opinions. That's why I don't really necessarily get too upset if somebody has a difference of opinion than me or you. I think it's awesome that people have their own opinions. But what scares me is that people, and this is coming from the life of Charlie Kirk. I think it's horrible that people have been lied to. I think it's horrible that people have been lied to. And I think it's horrible that children of today and yesterday didn't have the influence that they should have gotten on everything, not just politics and not just what the government has done, but simple things like how good it is to actually, purchase a vehicle and, make your payments, how that affects your life by making your payments. Not a lot of kids were taught that. Not a lot of kids were taught how to do taxes. As horrible as taxes actually are, it's horrible thing. It's something that you have to do. Unfortunately, I don't believe in taxes. I think taxes should be abolished. I think it's a horrible way to do business. But who are we? We're just parents or peasants. Excuse me, parents. But the fact of the matter is that when you look at the government for what it actually is, and I've said this so many times, and I love the movie Shooter. There was a line in that movie that I have lived by for many years. And it was a character that was playing, I believe, a senator. And he said, there is no left or right in politics. There is no Republicans or Democrats. It's haves and have-nots. Everything else is all bullshit. I added that. Their only job, and this is my opinion, by the way, their only job is to confuse, to distract, and to control everything we do. That's it. And the more and more they do this, the more and more they get away with. Perfect example is this. And a lot of you are going to go, oh, I'll never do that again. You have no idea if you will or not until you are faced with consequences. The masks, the 6 feet apart, was a huge test to see how much power they actually have. No different than a parent saying, I'm going to go buy you a cell phone. You're going to get a cell phone. I'm going to take care of the bill. You can talk in your room. You can text, do whatever you want. But if you screw up, I'm taking it away. So you better be good. You better show me respect. You better do your chores, or I'm taking that phone away. And to be honest with you, a cell phone is everything to a child. And once you have that power, guess what? You could do just about anything. Hey, I need you to do the dishes. I don't feel like it. Well, bye-bye phone. Okay, I'll be right down. That's what they do in politics. And for those of you that said, oh, they'll never do that to me again, are the same people that put that mask on. And I'm sorry to be the one to bear bad news, but it's true. Because people with families, people with dogs, people that have a good job, people that have, a life, they don't want to give that up. They just want to say, you know what? I don't know, man. I don't want to get arrested for not putting on my mask. So they did it. They stood 6 feet apart, this imaginary 6 feet that they had to stand in front of each other. They did it. And if you remember what they did to the United States of America and beyond, this didn't just happen in America. This went everywhere. They controlled the whole thing. People had to honk and drive by their children's graduations. Children had to sit at their desks with masks on. Old people passed away alone. They couldn't have visitors. People hugged each other with saran wrap arms. Lysol, hand sanitizer, toilet paper shortages. Really? This is what we want to base our lives on? This is our existence? I'm sorry, but life is way too short for something that is so scientifically proven to be less harmful than the common cold. But apparently, I'm just a silly peasant who makes stupid videos. Will they do it again? Oh, you damn sure will. Yeah, trust me, they will. They will. Will they succeed? Who knows? But I guarantee you right now, I'm going to tell you this right now, as somebody that's lived just like you, I'm a little bit more open-minded into the future, being really, really bad or hopefully really, really good. But if there was a way that they could control us again, they will damn sure try. And I'm going to put it to you like this. If these people were to say, and I'm telling you, politicians, the government, you guys need to walk around with a fork on your head 6 days a week, 17 hours a day, or you will be arrested or locked in a concentration camp. How many of you will do it? How many of you out there will walk around with forks on your head? And then after they pass it to where you don't have to walk, or, once we, in 2 weeks to slow the curve, how many will continue to wear forks on your head? Like so many people out there are still wearing masks. We are almost up to 2026. Say that out loud. For anybody that was born in the 70s, say 2026 out loud. Terrifying. The moment that you truly believe that these politicians, and I mean all of them, the moment that you believe that they really truly have our best interests in mind is the moment that you have given up thinking. If you fall under that group of people that said, oh yeah, These politicians, man, I tell you, some of them are bad, but not my politician. Yes, your politician too. What do they care about? They care about themselves. They care about money. They care about their family. And they care about what they're told to do. Because if they don't do what they're told to do, guess what? There's somebody else that will do it. Anyways, I've said too much. I want to play a couple videos here real quick for you, and hopefully you guys will laugh a little bit. And I want to take you down to a road. I want to take you down to a road where it could have been this way. I don't want to get off topic of Charlie, but you know, it's very sad, and I know people have been celebrating all day and remembering Charlie. That is never going to go away. Not with the United Spot, not with you guys, I hope. But we do have to take a break and laugh a little bit too. So let's look at what could have been. What could have been if Kamala Harris and Tim Walz won the election? Gosh, where would we be right now?
Sweet baby mama, when did you work at McDonald's?
Actually, I worked on the corner of McDonald's.
Oh, I remember those days. I used to dip my nuggets in your secret sauce.
But I never actually worked at McDonald's.
But you said you worked at McDonald's.
No. America just misunderstood what I said.
This is all the white man's fault.
I worked at McDowell's.
McDowell's like in the movie.
Yeah, it's easy to get them confused.
Amen.
You see, McDonald's got the golden arches.
Hallelujah.
But McDowell's got the golden arches.
If only I was given the same opportunities as white people.
McDonald's got the Big Mac. But McDowell's got the Big Mick.
It's all the white man's fault.
And McDowell's buzz don't have no seats. Oh, it seems just like yesterday. I bet if I lie real hard, I could come up with a story.
Hey, Kamala, it's me, Tim. I work at McDowell's too.
Oh, hey, Tim. Ain't it weird how you gonna be my VP someday?
Oh, I can't wait to be VP. I could give out free tampons.
Excuse me, boss.
Oh, hey, Kamala. Remember when I was your boss at McDowell's when you used to work here right now?
Oh, I remember like it was today.
What can I do you for? McDowell's employee Kamala Harris, who used to work here?
You got any garbage that needs to be thrown away?
Nope. Fresh out.
All right. But when you get some, let me know.
Oh, I will.
When you think of garbage, think of Kamala.
So, Kamala, what are you going to do until you run for president?
Well, right now I'm on lettuce. But soon I'm going to be on fries. Then I'm going to be on Willie. Then my tail. And in a couple weeks, I'll be assistant manager. And that's when the big bucks start rolling in.
So it was just a misunderstanding then.
Yeah, McDowell's, same thing. So technically, I worked at McDonald's.
Captain's log, star date 2025. It appears our crew has been taken over by Democrats. We gotta do something about that.
All right, team, let's set a course to make America great again.
That's not gonna happen, Trump.
Nope, not gonna happen, Trump.
We ain't taking no orders from you racist. But I'm the captain of this ship, and I'm giving you an order.
You're a stretch our democracy, Trump.
Now get off my plane.
So you're telling me you'd rather crash than take orders from me?
We don't take orders from racists.
Yeah, and we don't listen to dictators either.
Hitler.
Jeez. Tell me how you really feel.
Nice ear patch, loser.
Captain, what are we gonna do? The crew isn't listening to us.
Stick with me, I got a plan. But they're not gonna like it.
Don't worry, Captain. I'll protect you.
Thanks for the offer, but I'd feel safer walking into oncoming traffic.
All right, but you're on a slippery slope.
The ship is going down. Number one, this isn't looking good. What do you suggest?
Well, Captain, there's a red planet not far from here. If we land there in time, we can get a whole new crew to run this ship.
Good idea, but we're running a little low on gas. I can take care of the guys, Captain.
All right.
Hey, thanks a lot, Elon. No problem. I'll fill your tank up every month.
Wow,
How does 45 million sound?
I'd say it sounds like a victory.
Elon, take us to the red planet.
Uh-oh.
What's wrong?
I've got no power. Are we flying over California?
Whoops. Looks like somebody forgot to plug in the ship.
AOC, did you unplug the ship?
Oh my gosh, would you like totally stop trying to date me?
Maxine, did you unplug the ship?
Page 45!
Somebody plug in the ship now.
I think I see the plug over there, but the table's sloped. I can't get a good look at it.
Oh, things aren't going your way, Trump. Captain, this doesn't look good.
I know, and we're running out of time.
Well, what are we gonna do?
We're gonna make America great again. You're a stretch of democracy, Trump. You've done nothing for this country. Ha! I took a bullet for this country. What have you done? For your information, smartass. I made $120 million.
And I managed to stay out of prison.
I totally found out what a garbage disposal was.
I got 81 million votes.
I served 3 terms.
I called for political violence and got away with it.
Captain, we're going down. We have to plug the ship back in.
Maxine, plug the ship back in.
I ain't helping no racist.
Hillary, plug the ship back in.
I don't take orders from Adolf.
Nancy, you better plug that ship in. No, you're a dictator. I don't listen to dictators.
I like taters and mustard.
For the last time, plug in the ship. No.
You know what? That's it. Number 1, open the door and push everyone out.
Yes, sir.
You know what? I'll plug the ship back in.
Yeah, let me get that for you.
No, I want to plug it in.
I already plugged it in.
That's more like it. Number 1,
Yes, sir.
make it so.
My pleasure.
I just pooped my pants.
Kamala, you said you grew up in a middle-class family, and you were forced to work at McDonald's.
You want lies with that?
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
He told me to say it.
What are you talking about? I've never even seen before in my life.
Kamala, you said you wouldn't take away anybody's guns.
Nope, I own the Glock. Why would I take away your goods?
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
He told me to say I own the gun. I don't even got one.
I've never seen this woman before.
Kamala, you said Joe Biden was in perfect health.
Joe is bold and vibrant.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
He told me to say it.
Have we met?
Kamala, you said you weren't going to ban fracking.
I never said that.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
This ain't my fault. He told me to say it.
You hear something?
Kamala, you said Trump's tax cuts only benefited the rich.
It's true. It's true.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
I never said that.
Kamala, you accused Trump of wanting to cut Social Security and Medicare.
That's the truth.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
I plead the fifth.
Kamala, you claimed Trump's policies would lead to inflation.
That's true. You all broke because of Trump.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
I grew up in a middle-class family.
Kamala, you lied about everything.
I never lied.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Vice President Harris, can I offer you a beer? I ain't had a beer since I finished that bottle of Hennessy in the limo. I thought you looked a little hammered. Yeah, a little hammered. My blood type is Nancy Pelosi. Well, you smell horrible. Yeah, back in Frisco, they called me the human toilet. I thought they called you the San Francisco treat. Yeah, they called me that too. So did you want some more Hennessy? Nah, I'm already drunk. What else you got? What do you want? Shit, I'll take anything. Ajax, cough medicine, hand sanitizer. Hey, you got any of that special magical baby oil? I wish. Now that Diddy's in jail, I don't have any connections anymore. Well, you got any Sleepy Flippies?
No.
What about some jelly stingers?
Uh-uh.
Trick sticks?
Nope.
What about Big Bangs of Flying Willards?
No, but I do got some Parmesan.
You got Parmesan? Yeah! Oh, I love Parmesan!
Well, there's a whole bunch of Parmesan on the cart. Oh, never mind. Hunter already grabbed it.
That's all right. I'll just drink the rest of this hand sanitizer. Oh, that's some good hand sanitizer.
Kamala, did you really work at McDonald's?
Of course I worked at McDonald's. You want lies with that? What did you do there? Fries, shakes, hamburgers? Nah, I worked at Kona at McDonald's. Everybody loved my filet of fish.
So, are you excited?
Well, it's hard to be excited when you're drunk all day. I'm I'll make it work.
Oh, I can't wait to vote for you.
I'm gonna be the president. Do-da.
So we've got some letters from some of your fans here. You want me to read them?
Yeah, I just be over here listening to my earpiece.
Okay. This one here is from John, and John says, Kamala, you suck. Oh, you know what? It looks like John misspelled Donald Trump.
It happens all the time.
So, Kamala, what's the first thing you're going to do when you're elected president?
Oh, I'm gonna do Willie. I'm gonna do Montel, the Raiders, the 49ers, the Lakers. Shit, I might even do Michelle Obama again.
No, I mean, what are you going to do for America?
Oh, well, the first thing I'm gonna do is open up the border.
And?
Hey, hang on. I'll wait for Obama to tell me what to say.
I love you!
Okay, thanks, Obama. So basically, I'm gonna raise taxes, ban fracking, take away your guns, defund the police, send more money to Ukraine, give more money to illegals, mandate vaccinations, and pretty much make everybody miserable.
Wow! You're incredible!
I know! Everybody's gonna vote for me.
Now, you put parents in prison for missing school, right?
Yeah, but did you see me writing excuse notes to the teachers for the kids that came to see me on The View?
You are a hero!
I know! I am really, really popular. Everybody wants to be me.
Kamala, what's your favorite phrase?
I say, let go of my ears, I can do it myself.
That is a beautiful phrase!
Yeah, that's the phrase that got me to the top.
You're amazing, Kamala!
Kate, my wife.
Oh, man. Did we dodge a bullet? Oh, we did. Wow. I couldn't even imagine what America would look like at this point in time if Kamala Harris and Tim Walz won. Unreal. The fact that it could have gone that way. Terrifying to think that that could be a possibility, that it was even close to a possibility. The fact that it even got that close to where she was actually running. She was actually the chosen one that literally just slipped right on in there and was the Democrats' pick. Unreal. I mean, the fact of the matter that I would rather have Joe Biden as president versus having her tells you everything you need to know about anything. Unreal. Wow. Wow. I'm thoroughly disgusted with so many of these people who have jobs in Congress and the Senate. How it's just, they kind of pass everything off as, it's just another day. The horrible things that not only they do, but the horrible things they say. It's just mind-boggling. How are these people in charge of America? I come from a world where I've, gone in and out of thought processes, and I've thought to myself, wait a minute now. If the government truly believes that they have our best interest at hand, why wouldn't it just be one party? One whole party working together to make all our lives just a little easier. The average lifespan is, come on, let's be real. 50 to 70, I would say, depending. Why wouldn't the government push so hard into having just one party that came up with a set of rules, a way to live to where we could all function in a reasonable way? There would still be law, there would still be order, but life wouldn't have to be so complicated or confusing. When you really start looking at the government for what it actually is, it's a division. That's all it is. It's a division. It's okay to have two teams playing for a trophy. in the Super Bowl. It's okay for two teams to be playing for a trophy, in the World Series. But when you're two teams, and sometimes now it's like four teams, playing against America, how does that even make sense? How does that make sense where the people who are in charge of all of us, what we do, what we're allowed to say, what we can buy, what we can eat, what we can watch, how we can drive, our entire life is in the hands of these people, like it or not? Why wouldn't they have one party? There's so much government now, there is no way to clean it up. And that's exactly how they wanted it. You think they wanted something that if like some smart thinking, common sense guy who loved America and everybody there would be really accessible into fixing it right away? No. The government is so big and so powerful and so overwhelming, it would take 1,000,000 Donald Trumps to clean it up. Really, really sad. I think I'm going to play one more video and I'm going to call it a night. It's a Sunday. Well, let me see. It's almost Sunday morning. It's almost Monday morning. I really missed you guys yesterday. I wanted to do a live, but I was unfortunately driving. And
Captain's log, Stardate 2025. It appears our crew has been taken over by Democrats. Captain's log, Stardate
I really
2025.
hate when the computer doesn't follow my lead here. So I did miss you guys yesterday, and I'm glad to be back today. It was definitely a lot of driving yesterday. A lot of driving. I think I drove a total of, I think it was only about 19 hours. I believe it was like 19 hours. I think something like that. Yeah, a lot of driving, but it was worth it. It was worth it. So, you know what I'm going to do tonight? I'm going to leave, I know you guys like the goodnight song, but I'm going to leave you guys with this one tonight. The Canceled Bunch. It's catchy. It's one of my new favorite songs. But I did want to thank you. You want me to do a pencil neck shift voice impression? Strand home video? LRD Bonaventura, thank you so much for being here. Strand home, have a great night. Aussie Greg, Skippy, Jeffrey, Tammy, Tiny Man, Aussie Greg, Ben Ramler, Brian 70 Kuda, Don K, Monkey Grab Orange, Yukon Man, thank you so much again. Wonderful. Hope you're feeling better, and thank you again for that. And hopefully everybody has a great night tonight. John Castaneda, have a wonderful night. Kevin Ford, thank you so much. Have a great night. Teacher Lynn, have a great night. If I missed anybody, I apologize. But it's the best. That's the best thing about having a small following is that you don't have to remember, to say goodnight to like 1 million people. You get to say goodnight to the real people who have been here this whole time, good and bad, and continue to come. So thank you. Thank you. I could care less if I had 1 billion followers if none of them watched, none of them supported. I'm so excited and happy with the people who do come every night and always take part in the videos. And it means so much. LRD Bonaventura, thank you so much, and God bless you too as well. Thank you so much for that. Truly, truly, truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Dallas fan. LRD Bonaventura, thank you so much, and have a wonderful night. Ellen the Crazy Crafty Lady, have a great night. Star, have a great night. Thank you for being here. So that being said, I'm going to play my new favorite song. Well, until I make another one. Every new song I make is my new favorite song. So, but it's my new favorite song because it's new. So, if you'd like some context on it, I will definitely give you some context. Jimmy Kimmel, Stephen Colbert, Howard Stern, and hopefully The View will be.
Here's a story of a host named Jimmy who was cracking jokes on Trump most every night. Then he mocked the wrong guy on his program. His show was canceled that night. Here's a story of a man named Steven who was busy making woke jokes on his show. But his ratings tanked and everyone stopped watching. His bosses let him go. Till the one day when Stern's old tapes got uncovered and his sponsors quickly vanished in a crunch. Now the networks knew they better drop these traitors. That's the way they all became the canceled bunch. The canceled bunch. The canceled bunch. Let's all pray that The View gets canned at lunch.
Captain Spaulding 58, Jeffrey Smith, and all of you. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I hope you guys have a wonderful Sunday night, soon to be Monday. And I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. So make sure to go to the United Spot YouTube channel and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Watch a video or two and share it out. Leave me a comment, and hopefully you laugh a little bit. So thank you guys so much for being here. It truly means a lot to me. And unfortunately, I don't get to do United Spot stuff all day tomorrow. I have to go and make somebody else money. So I'll be working tomorrow, and when I get home, I will try to do my best to make a new video. I have one already that I'm working on, but because of my new job, well, I've been there 2 months now, but because of my new job, I have to, a video that would usually only take me a day, I could do it all in one day. Now it takes me anywhere between 2 and 3 days because I just don't have the time anymore. So, but thank you guys so much for being here. Seriously, you guys are incredible, and I'm very thankful for all of you. So I hope you all have a wonderful night, and can't wait to see you tomorrow. Love you guys. Until we meet again. Good night, everybody.